General Tso's chicken is a classic Chinese American dish that everyone has to get when they go to their local Chinese restaurant. I mean, that's understandable because, all the flavors, it's very tangy, it's sweet, it's savory, and it's crispy. So, there's nothing to hate about it. Let me show you how to make it. So, before I start, I would just like to mention that the ingredients and its measurements will be in the description box below. For this recipe, I will be using chicken thighs rather than breasts because chicken breasts tend to be more dry and less flavorful as chicken thighs. So anyways, just take your chicken thighs and cube it up to bite-sized pieces, meaning those pieces should fit into your mouth in one bite. It should look something like this. Transfer your chicken pieces into a bowl and let's marinate it. I'm going to marinate with some Xiao Xing Wine, some soy sauce, and some mushroom powder. And then all I'm going to do now is stir it up to make sure that everything's incorporated and the chicken soaks up that marinade. Now leave that aside while we work on the dredge. In a different bowl, this is where I'm going to be putting my starches. The first starch I'm using is a cornstarch. And then I'm also going to go in with some all-purpose flour, equal parts. And then I'm just going to take a fork and stir it through, make sure everything is stirred through completely. Now to apply the dredge, simply take the chicken and dump it into the flour bit by bit and just toss and turn it so that the chicken is coated in the flour. Make sure every edge is covered, so something like this. And repeat this with the rest of your chicken, and once it is done, go ahead and set it aside so that the flour will get hydrated, which will help get the chicken crispy. Now let's talk aromatics for the sauce. The first thing I'm using is ginger, and I'm using an inch of ginger. All I'm going to do is slice it into very thin planks, and then from there slice it down into very thin strips, and then cut it into the smallest of dices. And I'm using a lot of ginger because I particularly like the ginger taste in my General Tso sauce. I'm also going to mince up some garlic, and I'm going to get it down to the same size as the ginger. Now this isn't really for the sauce, this is more for garnish, but I'm going to go ahead and thinly slice one scallion stalk. And I like to slice on a diagonal because it looks nicer on the plate, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Now if you don't want heat in your sauce, then you can go ahead and ignore this, but if you do, go ahead and add some dried chilies. And if you don't have dried chilies, just go ahead and use some chili flakes, that will be okay. And I'll talk about the other ingredients for the sauce after we cook the chicken. I'm heating up some canola oil in a wok to about 375 degrees. You don't have to use a wok if you don't have one, you can use a pot, but just make sure not to fill it too high because it can overflow. But once my temperature comes up to about 375, it's time to fry the chicken. Notice how the flour has been hydrated, and if it doesn't look like this, then just wait a little bit longer till it does. But once you get to that point, go ahead and put in your chicken. I fry about half of this first so that it doesn't get overcrowded. Go ahead and give this a quick stir so that none of the chicken sticks together. And I will be frying this chicken for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's cooked all the way through and it comes to a nice golden brown. And if you're worried that's going to be undercooked, then go ahead and take the temperature with a thermometer. But once I have gotten it to a nice golden brown like this, I'm going to go ahead and drain it onto a paper towel. Repeat this with the rest of the chicken and then we can move on to the sauce. Using the same wok from earlier or a frying pan if you used a pot to fry your chicken, go ahead and go in with a drizzle of canola oil and then go in with your ginger and then right after go in with your garlic. And then also your dried chilies, and then just cook this up until they're nice and fragrant, until they start picking up some color, just until they get brown. When you notice that the spices have gained the slightest bit of color, go ahead and halt the frying process by going in with the stock. I'm using some vegetable stock here, but use whatever you want. And then I'm going to go in with my soy sauce and some Xiao Xing Wine and some vinegar. And lastly, some sugar. And then I'm just going to bring this up to boil, stirring to make sure everything is dissolved. And remember, All of the measurements will be in the description box below. And as always, make sure to taste for seasoning to make sure that it's tangy to your liking, salty to your liking, and or sweet to your liking. And once it has reached a boil, I'm going to go in with my cornstarch slurry, a 1:1 ratio. And I'm just going to stir it in to make sure that it doesn't clump up. And then I'm just going to wait for this to thicken and get glossy. And once it is, I'm going to dump in my chicken and give it a quick stir. It's going to look like there's too much sauce, but don't worry, the chicken will absorb up most of this sauce. Once the chicken has been thoroughly coated in that sauce, go ahead and put in half of your green onions and give it a quick stir. And then when it looks something like this, it is time for the taste test. Wow, look at this. I mean, it looks like it came from the restaurant and it smells like it came from the restaurant. If you've gotten this dish before at a Chinese restaurant, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's just give this a try. I'm gonna go for this piece here, just right on top. All right, let's see. All right, cheers. Oh man, that is so freaking good. Honestly, it tastes like it came from the restaurant. It's that good. Like I said, it's tangy, it's sweet, it's savory, and all the flavors in there, it's just like a sucker punch in your mouth. And the garlic and the ginger that is in there, I know I put a lot of it, but that's because I like a lot of ginger and garlic. I want that taste in there. So there is nothing else I could say about this dish except that it is one big flavor bomb. If you like this video, hit that like button. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below or this one right here. And for my previous video, you can hit that one right there. And actually in the comments below, let me know what is your favorite Chinese dish from your local Chinese restaurant. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.